I am once again shocked and bewildered to find that the process of trial and error involves error.
Very therapeutic.
So y'all know the yarn that I was using on my live that I thought I was finna make a blanket. I ain't making no blanket. I made my baby a purse, y'all. I made her a cute little purse. And I'm finna make her baby doll one. So yeah.
Listen, I think this is gonna be a thing, or maybe it's already a thing, and I'm behind. Basically, I made this, and I made it big enough that all my hair fits inside of it. Although, I could make it a little bit smaller, I think. And then this goes up. I guess technically it's a balaclava, but like this turtleneck hood thing. I don't know, it's so freaking cute, and the turtleneck is like perfect. Oh, I love it. I don't know if I would actually wear it on my face though, because I don't want to get acne.
That's the movie.
Hey, it's my blanket! It's finally done! It's been years. I was promised this 2 years ago.
2 years ago today, Mackenzie got hers.
Oh, it's beautiful!
See?
So you made it?
It's so pretty.
Cece, it's beautiful! Oh, it has a ladybug! Stop it right now! Oh!
Y'all, I'm doing the scarf. And I'm almost there. I'm almost there. I ain't halfway there. I'm almost there.
Okay, here's how I crochet my buddy balaclavas. We're starting off with this neck piece. You want to chain however wide you want this piece to be, and then go into the second chain with a half double crochet and just continue down the row until you reach the end. Then you're going to chain once, turn your work, and continue working a half double crochet, but you're working only into this back loop, and that's what's going to give you that rib texture. So just repeat until the strip's long enough to fit around the widest point of your head, so you can, put it on. And then we're going to slip stitch the two ends together to connect them. At this point, you want to start working in the round upwards, increasing to fit your head until you are over your nose. So I'm just chaining twice and then working a double crochet in the round. You could use any stitch, doesn't really matter. But once you are back at that first stitch, you're going to slip stitch into it to connect, chain twice, turn your work, and repeat. Now, if you've never increased stitches before, it's just literally working like 2 stitches into one as I'm doing here. And you can do this twice a row, every other row, really just depends on your head shape, but you want to continue until you are over your nose, and at this point we're going to start working only the width of our face, and we're also going to start decreasing stitches. So as you can see, this row stops right here. If you want an open face balaclava, you would start this opening like down by the chin. If you've never decreased stitches, it's just literally working 2 stitches in from the previous row into one, as I'm doing here, very simple. Once again, you just do it with the frequency that you need for your head until you're ready to work in the round again. So as you can see, I have this chain, which I'm going to connect here. If you want more of a ski mask look, you would do this like right above the eyebrows. I like to do mine a little further up the forehead. But as you can see, I'm just slip stitching to connect, and then I am working a single crochet in the round. So this is what it looks like after 1 row of the single crochet. And then we're going to start decreasing really dramatically to close up the hole so that it looks like this. I also added a row of half double crochet along here as a trim. For the ears, you're just going to chain a little bit shorter than how long you want your ear to ultimately be, and you can use any stitch. I use a double crochet, so I'm going into this 3rd chain, and you're just going to work the double crochet all the way down to the row. Now when you reach the end, you're going to work multiple double crochet into this one hole, and that's what's going to give you like the curved end of your ear. So I think I did like 4 here, and then I just continue to do a double crochet in each chain down the other side until I'm back where I started. And you're going to chain, turn your work, and just repeat working back and forth to build out your ear. So as you can see, I'm at the curved portion here again, and I'm just doing like 2 stitches in each of the top 4 or 5 stitches. I don't really count, I just do however many I need to get it to lie flat. And this is what it looks like. I did 1 row of the purple. You can also play around with the shape. So here I did like a slip stitch, then a single, then a half double, then a double, then a triple, and then like reverse. And it gives you this more curved shape as opposed to a straight one, very much up to you. Then I fold the ear in half. I just sew it onto the balaclava with some yarn, and you are done. And you can make it in whatever colorway suits your style.
Let me show y'all how to crochet this beanie. So for this project, you can go in with any weight yarn you want to, but I really like going in with a weight 3 or weight 4 cotton. And I also like to size down my hook to keep a tighter stitch, so we're going to go in with a 4mm and a 3.5mm crochet hook. So to start off, I'm just using my 4mm hook to create any number of chains that will reach from the crown of my head to my top lip. For reference, here is what my chain is looking like. So now going in with my 3.5mm hook, we're just going to create half double crochets into every chain until we reach the final 8, and I'll show you what that looks like. This is what my first row is looking like so far, and rather than finishing off the row with half double crochets, we're going to place 4 singles and 4 slip stitches in the final 8. And you really want to try to keep those slip stitches loose because you want to be able to go into them in your next row. So we're just going to chain 1 and turn our work, and then we are going to do 4 back loop only slip stitches, 4 back loop only singles, and then the rest back loop only half doubles. Okay, so this is what you should be looking like after row 2. Now we're going to start our 4-row repeat, which we will continue for the rest of the project. So to start row 3, we're going to do all the back loop only half doubles and the 4 back loop only singles, but we are not going to work the 4 slip stitches. So this is how row 3 should be looking, and for row 4, we're going to do the exact same thing with 4 back loop only singles and the rest back loop only half doubles. So this is what your project should be looking like after row 4. For row 5, we're going to go into all of our stitches, so half doubles, singles, and slip stitches, and I'll show you how to do that. I've done my half doubles and my single crochets. Now I'm going to just reach into the back loop of the slip stitches from row 2 to continue my slip stitches for row 5. To do this, I just reach down into those slip stitches and create my first slip stitch, which I do make a little tighter than the rest just to kind of close that gapping. And then this is what it should look like after you finish row 5. So as you can see, it really tapers in, which is good because you want it to shrink and not have that extra fabric at the top of your head. So for row 6 now, we're just going to do the exact same thing. We're going to do our back loop only slip stitches, singles and half doubles, and that'll be the end of our 4-row repeat. Okay, so this is what your project should look like after row 6. You're just going to continue the 4-row repeat until it can very snugly fit all the way around your head, and then I'm going to come back and we'll finish it out. And then I'm also going to leave the 4-row repeat right here for you guys to pause and read. Okay, so this is what my beanie looks like after all the row repeats, and when I fold it in half, it looks like this. And now what we're going to do is cut a super long tail so we can sew the sides together. So I'm just using a darning needle to sew up my sides, but you can get a similar effect using a single crochet or a slip stitch. So this is what my beanie looks like on, but as you can see, there's still a hole here. So we're gonna take our extra yarn and create a magic circle. Okay, so still using our 3.5mm hook, we are going to create a magic circle with 6 half double crochets in the first row and 12 half double crochets in the second row. This is what your magic circle should look like, and we're just going to sew it in using this tail from earlier. Okay, and after you sew in your ends, it'll look like this, and as you can see at the top, we filled it in and there's no extra fabric.
This is how I made my hooded scarf. Disclaimer, you have to know how to crochet. If you don't know how to crochet and you still want one of these, I'm gonna be posting a few for sale. Anyways, let's get into it. I personally don't follow a pattern because I don't have the attention span to do that, and I just came up with this and it's super easy, literally so simple. I made it in 3 pieces. To make the hood portion, I just crocheted 2 squares. I chained 36. You can kind of measure from the front to the back of your head how long you need it to be. I made mine 36. It's a little bit oversized. I chained 36, and then starting in the second chain from hook, I just half double crocheted. So for my head size, I half double crocheted 30 rows, and you can kind of hold it up to your head as you go and see where you want it to fall, but 30 was perfect for mine. You kind of just have to make it to size. I made 2 of those, very easy. I sewed them together, and you could, if you want your stripes this way, you could sew it that way as well. But I sewed the top together and the back together, and that's the hood. Super simple. And then for the scarf portion, again, it's all kind of made to preference. I did mine 200 chains long. So I just chained 200. That's my humidifier, by the way. Anyway, I chained 200, and then again, I half double crocheted. This is 20 rows. I half double crocheted 20 rows. And then I just sewed it onto the hood like this. I just attached it to the bottom of the hood. Very easy. I crocheted 2 rows of each color and change colors every 2 rows, and I weave my ends in as I go so I don't have to do it at the end. Yeah, I might add like a little edge at the bottom of my scarf because that would be cute, and you could do any color. You could do a solid color. You could do more than one color. It's so easy. If you crochet, this is gonna literally take you like a day. For me, it took 3, but for you, it might take a day for whatever reason. Maybe you're a better crocheter than me. Thank you for all the love on it. I'll be posting a few for sale soon. Good night.
Here's an easy colour changing tip to stop this from happening. Don't carry your yarn across every stitch. This is how I learned initially, and I thought this was the only way to carry yarn to where you need it. But as you can see, not only does it feel really bulky, but the colour is coming through on the right side, which just looks really messy. I'm going to show you an easy fix. Float in your yarn. Leave your second colour to the side and start your stitches as normal. When you get halfway to where you need to colour change, you're going to pick up the second colour and work it into the stitch. Drop this back down again and finish the remaining stitches. The second colour is now where you need it to colour change easily. With this floating method, the front of your work doesn't show any of that second colour through the other side. If we look back at what it looks like when you carry with every stitch, it's night and day. So just remember, float, don't carry.